actually setting up a new in-house pack rugby show tipping competition, and it's going to be the battlers versus the starters. So every single week, the battlers are going to pick their Super Rugby picks for the week, and the starters are going to pick theirs. The only difference being is it's not just win or lose. It's actually going to be in relation to the line. So they're going to put a multi on, a $10 bet, and from that, we're going to hopefully raise a bit of cash, and we want to actually send it out to the greater public. We want to ask you what we should do with any cash raised. Look, we may not raise any money. We may raise a little bit of cash, but we'd love to give it back to the people. So if it's given it to a specific club who's been down on their luck, a certain family or a player who's hit hard times, or even if it's just a local footy club, the juniors need some new footy boots, let us know what we should do with some of the cash at the end of the season, because we'd love to give back to the rugby-loving folk of Australia. So to kick things off, obviously it starts with the first round of Super Rugby this weekend. We'll bring the lines up just there. It's a bit tough to see, but everybody is sort of picked along the same lines. The only difference being is that the starters have selected, when it comes to the Satyrs and the Chiefs, the Satyrs, Dallin and Doss, they selected the Satyrs to get up. They're 6.5, they're 6.5 point favourites. So they're going to have to obviously get that
Chiefs side though.
Point wing, and then that Chiefs side is red hot.
Side's red hot.
D-Mac at 10, and then and you guys have picked the Chiefs. So all you got to do is the Chiefs just have to lose by 6.5.
That's
really
the thing.
You reckon they can, guys?
I think they can keep it tight enough.
Yeah,
I think that's
I think they can score a hell of a lot of points. The only difference being the Satyrs can score a hell of a lot of points, but can also hold a lot of points out. So that could be a bit of a stinger there. And then the only difference being outside of that, the Reds and the Canes. The Battlers have gone for the Canes, but I think 3.5 point underdogs up there in Townsville. Dallin.
Oh, true.
You'd have to think
Townsville Heat. We did not account for
in
the
February.
The Reds
at home. First game of the season.
And that's similar to what they did to the Chiefs. Was it last year or the year before? I think it's a similar scenario, and I think the Heat will be too much for them there. The boys have played two relatively good trials, the Reds, and I think they'll be too good.
Hell yeah.
It is hot up there. It is like proper hot.
Well, it's hot here.
Yeah.
And it's humid too. So
humid.
I think the Chiefs coming out of Whitegut are going to be sweating. I know the
bloody
Canes,
hot,
Canes will be sweating like a fat man's asshole up there. So I think
your asshole.
We'll be sweating like my assholes. But yeah, so based on those bets, I think the estimated return for the starters is $420, and for the battlers, it's $465. So
Risky.
A bit of cash to be made if you throw a $10 bet on it and you want to back the battlers or back the starters. I reckon get around the boys and see what you can do, what you can bring home. And starting next week as well, every single week we're going to be throwing on just our wild multi. We're going to ride it home. We're going to get everybody to jump on board and absolutely get stuck in. So next week, Dallin's going to pick his wild multi. It's going to be 3 or 4 selections. It's going to hopefully clear about $1,000 if it comes through. But hopefully we can all ride it home, and mate, we'll be living large off that cash. Isn't that right, Dallin?
That's right.
Are you excited for it?
100%.
Hell yeah, brother.
There he is.